I wanted to know, what was your first reaction when you knew you were going to be a part of such a big horror franchise as The Grudge?
I was really excited because, first of all, just to be invited into a film is always a thrill for me. You know, you work hard trying to get jobs when you're younger and just starting out and stuff, and to be presented with an invitation for me is always heaven. So there's that, and then reading the script, I thought the script was just fantastic, and the idea that it has updated this idea of rage, taking it from 2000. Which was when Ju-on, I think, was made, and which I just saw just a few weeks ago
the
for
original.
the first time. Yeah, and but when you think about what Rage was in 2000 compared to where we're at now, I think the update of what this story is about is really powerful and really important.
You scared me.
44 Rayburn Drive.
Something never felt right about it. People will think you're crazy for saying that.
I'm excited. I'm actually really excited because The Grudge is back at the big screen, and I wanted to know, what were you most excited about bringing the franchise back to the big screen?
I think that the most exciting thing for me was that this is the first time that a Grudge film is rated R. So it really gave us the opportunity to be gorier and more intense and scarier, but also it allowed us to really play with more adult themes. You know, we didn't have to cater to a teenage audience. And so as a result, we got to make, between all the supernatural and between all the scary stuff, the story is really sad and adult and more mature, and I think that was something that was very exciting to me as well.
I found that it had a lot of drama within it, and what you were talking about, you were able to bring more, it was more graphic than what we've seen before, so I think that's a good turnaround for fans that they've thought they've seen everything from The Grudge before, but maybe
this
they're
is
not
way more
expecting
intense.
this. It is more intense. You mentioned that you were not as fan as maybe horror films, maybe. What gets you scared if you ever watch horror films? What is it about the movies that gets you, it makes you cover your eyes or gets you, jump out of your seat?
I mean, there's the jump scares, which are built in, usually well built in by the director and the editor. I mean, and there's a way to do it. It's like 1, 2, 3, boo. I mean, there's a way to build it and you know what you're doing. But there's other stuff that to me is scarier, and that's the stuff you go home with and think about. And it's not so much about what happens to me in the theater, but it's ideas that are upsetting to me, that I find myself sort of reliving through the imagery that I've just watched in the theater. So, the word insidious, those are things I don't know are happening. And I'll find myself going home and getting ready for bed and everything is fine, and something lingers because it's an image. I just saw Parasite, which I hadn't seen, and I also just saw The Lighthouse, which is also another very interesting film. There's things in that I didn't know scared me, and I didn't realize how much they scared me until later. So I think that's a good horror film. It is insidious, so things that creep into you and you don't know are making you feel a certain way, and they catch you unexpected. You don't even know you don't know you've been thinking about that until it literally does. It's like you're like, ugh, and you want to go to sleep with your stuffed animal.
I totally agree. It also happens to me. I want to thank you because you're such a pleasure.
Oh, thank you so much.
And I hope to see you on many more horror films.
Thank you.
I love them.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
It's a pleasure to me.
Now that is what I like about The Grudge.
There we go.
So much.
Someone was murdered at that house.
Looks like we got another one.
Why did you never go into that place?
Something never felt right about it.
I went to the house.
Hello?